Good morning, everybody. Now, my apologies for being absent for several days. What I did was actually unplugged for most of the week. Not much cell phoning. Not much videoing. Just had some things to do around here. I went ahead and got done a little bit at a time. Thought I'd come on. I went back, I guess you would call it back online, actually last night and this morning, and have some sad news. A friend of mine, fellow knife maker, sent me a message and let me know that we have lost another YouTuber. Now, a lot of y'all know this guy, a lot of y'all already know this. BC Truck, Brad, passed away a couple days ago, less than 2 days ago, I believe. I don't know what happened, I don't know why. His wife posted his last video, and in that video, in the description, she put he passed away 45 minutes after the video was done. And she has posted a couple of more since. Y'all are interested, you might want to head over to his channel. I'll put a link down below. And I'm sure she will say what happened, as she can when she gets ready. I really, really hate to hear that. Y'all follow me for a long time and follow him for a long time. Y'all know at one time we were very, very good friends. We actually met in person one time. He actually gave me my milling machine. And there's a whole series of videos on that. When I got it, it was still in the crate, brand new in the crate. But had been dropped off a truck and busted up and this and that, but that wasn't a big deal. I got some parts and fixed it. We had a little falling out, and over nothing, what it turned out to be. He thought I said something about him, which I actually was not talking about him. He took it the wrong way and said something to me, and I said something to him. Instead of being grown men, we turned into 12-year-old boys. And you kiss mine, you go, yada, 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 just like kids do. And when I'm not talking to you, you don't talk to me. And that's the way it was for the last 2.5, 3 years. And I really, really regret that. Let that be a lesson to you. If you have a disagreement, don't go off half-cocked. Give it some time, cool off, talk. Talk to each other like two men should. If you still can't come to an agreement, part ways. But I should have told him a couple of other things that maybe he should have told me something. But it didn't work out that way. I still have a lot of respect for the man, even though we didn't talk. So, very sad news. And like I said, I'll leave a link below. Y'all can drop down and see what his wife is saying. She's going to need some support, thoughts and prayers. And from what the last couple of videos that she put out, she's going to need some financial help and advice on what to do. And this is something else that me and Mama talked about it earlier this morning. You need to have a plan, especially when you get older. Things start happening to you. I know he had some really good bad health issues over the last several years. As have I. As have a lot of people I know. So you need to have a plan what to do. Whether it's me go first, her go first, what are we going to do? We need all this kind of stuff wrote down. You cannot be around here like me and Mama. It can't be just me and her. We're the only ones that know anything about finances. We're the only ones that know the assets. We're the only ones that know where the papers are. You know, it shouldn't be that way. Now, if you don't have family to trust that with, maybe a good friend, even a lawyer, something like that. Because the last video she put out, she doesn't know what to do. She don't have a clue. We have made some plans, and of course we have our kids that know everything we have. They know what we got. They know where it's at. I think the oldest two kids are key holders on our safety deposit boxes. Safety deposit box. We've only got one. The house deed and that kind of stuff in it. Personal papers. But make sure your spouse has somebody to turn to, or at least know where everything is, and have some kind of, because it's inevitable, folks. I mean, it's going to happen to all of us. We don't know when, and of course we hope it never happens, but it will. It was much the same when my father passed away. My mom had a pretty good grasp on what to do, but she just wasn't able to. Mentally. You married somebody for almost 50 years, and all of a sudden it's gone. And just luckily they had everything set with the lawyers. I knew where everything was. I knew what to do. I was on all the papers, and it was a hard job to do, but I had to do it. So make sure you got somebody playing. It don't matter if you're 40 years old or if you're 70 years old. Don't sit back and say, well, that ain't gonna happen to me. No, yes it will. But I think that's 3 people I've lost this year that I care about. It's because you don't talk to somebody don't mean you don't care about them. And I really hate it. And if y'all would run over and I don't know what I think her name, Charlie, is what she's always went by on YouTube. I'm not quite sure what her real name is. I never met her, but I did get to meet him. So that's the sad news. Now some good news. My son-in-law, the mailman, the one that had the colon cancer, had the big surgery back at the beginning of the year. He started showing a few symptoms and was not feeling too well. Went to the doctor right away, like he should have. They got him in fairly quickly over at the VA, because he is a Navy veteran. Day before yesterday, they did another colonoscopy, upper GI, the whole works. Checked him all out, and everything had healed fine. No sign of no cancer, nothing like that. He's fine. It was something else that made him have those symptoms. So we were really worried about that for a couple of weeks, but he's okay. He's back at work today. So thank you, Lord, for that. So, that's the good news. Some more good news. Next week, I think Wednesday, we'll have a special visitor here at the house for a couple of days. Y'all know him. Y'all love him. And I'll not tell you who he is until he gets here. It is not quite lunchtime, my time today. I believe he is on an airplane today, and will arrive in Alabama tonight. So we'll see him in a few days. Let's see, what other news have I got? Next week's going to be a couple of days. Next week's going to be doctor days for me. Monday is my cardiology appointment. This is my 6-month normal routine checkup, where I get my prescriptions renewed and all that neat stuff. That's just a routine check. Tuesday we find out I go to the urologist and we'll get the report from the PET scan and we'll find out what's going on there. We will discuss what it is, how much it is, where it is, and what we got to do. And we'll make a decision on what to do then. And I will let y'all know what we're going to do. I won't dwell on it, but I'll tell you what we're going to do. But in the meantime, I'm still getting a little bit of work done. The one knife I had on order is top secret. It is finished, except for the sheath, which I'm going to do here in just a little bit. Finish that up today. It's actually in my hand right now. I'll do a separate little, I didn't do the build video on it, but I'll do a separate video on that and post it after it gets to where it's going, because you see it is a surprise. So and I have another request to go with that knife that very honoring, is that the right word? Nobody's ever asked me to do that, but I'm going to do it. So I appreciate that, and we'll see that in a day or two. But anyway, I hadn't been on this week. Like I said, basically because I've got stuff coming at me from all sides. I mean, from everywhere. All kind of stuff. And my little brain ain't but that big, y'all know that. So it gets a little overwhelming at times. And I just have to stop, sit back, relax as much as I can. Knowing me, I can't sit still for very long. And stay away from everything for a day or two. So that's that. And I thank y'all very much for watching. And I'll say one more time, y'all run over to the BC Truck channel and give Miss Charlie some thoughts and prayers and support if you can. I'm sure she would appreciate it. And try to, if you got a conflict with somebody, try to work it out. At least talk about it. If you, like I said, if you decide to part ways, at least talk. Try to leave on good terms. And don't just ignore somebody. I'm guilty. And don't be the grouchy old man. My way is right, your way is wrong. Yeah. I try my best not to do that. I know people like that, and I can't be around them. So, don't mean I don't like them. Don't mean I don't care for them. I just can't be around them. So if I ramble too much more, I thank y'all very, very much for watching. Thank you for your support. And I'll be back in a few days. It'll be a few days before I put another video up with this knife right here that's in my hand. Show you all that. And I got another couple things to show y'all knife wise. And we got some work coming in next week. I'll show you all that. We got some fish to catch next week. We're gonna do that. And we're gonna do all kind of stuff. So stick with me, and I'll see y'all next time.